Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Comedy Lounge. I want all of us who are pumped for a big night of comedy to make some noise as loud as we can on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pick it up for me. Pick up the Chardonnay, girls. Start drinking it down. I want you to go even harder for me. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's it. We want that Murray Street meth level of energy in the Comedy Lounge tonight. You've all seen it out there. Don't lie about it. It's good. It's fun. My name is Blake Richardson. I'm going to be your host for this evening, guys. I'm basically going to just be in charge of the proceedings. It's the funniest 5. So we've got some newer comics, some older comics, testing out some new material, and sometimes just honing their gold. Are you guys pumped for it? You pumped for a big night? Yeah, it's going to be good. A little bit about myself. I'm born and raised here in Perth, Western Australia. We're not a perfect country by any measure, but we've got a lot to be proud of, I believe, here in Australia. For instance, I think Australia has the catchiest adverts in the world. Bar none. I think we're the fucking best. I really do. And I want to try and prove it here tonight. Most of us in the Comedy Lounge, we are all strangers from all different walks of life, different cultures, different backgrounds. But I am going to sing the beginning to a random Australian ad. And I want you guys to sing the end of that ad back to me if you know it. Oh. O'Brien. Good. Someone said it must be magic. Who was it? You're over here. It was you, wasn't it, darling? The correct answer was O'Brien. I need you to switch the fuck on. Very good, very good. Now we'll step it up a little bit more. Call, carpet, call. Experts in the trade, that's good. A couple of you didn't know the words, but you still did like the tune. You were like, it's a little bit more obscure. More smart, more safe. More safe. All of you struggling with fucking roach infestations at the moment. I just called him. It is more smart, it is more safe. It's good. Alright, this one's really obscure. Fuck it. At G.A. Perry, we guarantee we're very on the top. How much daytime TV do you cunts watch? What the fuck? Oh my god, I've never performed to a more unfulfilled crowd in my life. You all know it. Alright, this is the final one. I'm going to tie a ribbon on this whole concept. I think we have the catchiest ads in the world. Alright, this last one, I'm not even going to use words, okay? I'm just going to sing a random 10-digit number to you. And I guarantee most of you will know the final 2 digits. This ad is so catchy that some of you already know the digit, even though I haven't started singing. You're sitting there like, I can't fucking wait for you to read this digit. Start it up. Say the digit, man. I fucking know it. Alright, here we go. 13006555. That's it! It's crazy 06! How insanely catchy is that jingle? None of us even know what that number calls, but it is seared into our brain until we're dead. I could be 97 years old with dementia, losing grip on reality. I've forgotten my own wife's face, and a nurse could lean in and be like, Mr. Richardson, do you remember anything? I'd be like, 1300655506. Who am I? Crazy. Does anyone actually know what that number calls through to, genuinely? What it used to call through to? Any call that? The reading, okay, one dyslexic in the back, perfect. The reading, writing hotline, fantastic. And it was for people who couldn't read or write. The Helen Kellers of the world would have to call that number up because of the jingle and get help with reading and writing. Can you imagine? It must have just been all of Armidale calling up 24/7. A couple of you caught the bus here from Armidale, I apologise. Would have been amazing. People calling up being like, hello, how do I spell Greg? Greg, I'm Greg. Me, is it 5 Gs? No, 5 Gs is what's giving us COVID, actually. I'm glad I've got you. I want to talk to you about that a little bit. Yeah, but you're a fun crowd. You're pumped for a big night of comedy, I assume. You ready for it? Yes, that's good. All right, what we're going to do is I'm going to bring each act up throughout the evening, and I want you to go absolutely crazy like you're 15 years old and it's a One Direction concert. A little test run, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Some Random. Not bad, but I want you to go crazy. It's One Direction, all right? When Zayn was still in and all that stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, let's try one more time. Our first act, he's a good friend of mine. He's been killing it in the scene lately, so please, start clapping. Start screaming. Welcome to the stage. It's Shash Kapoor!
But guys, it's fun, man. Like coming here and assimilating into the Aussie way of life. But you guys have your slangs. And I thought just when I started understanding your slangs, you also have different ways of naming things. Like after 6 years, I learned that Daddy Long Legs is the name of a spider. I used to think it's a sexy slur. I used to think that, you're a short girlfriend and you want your boyfriend to pass you the box of cereals, and then he passes you the cereal box and you're like, thank you, Daddy Long Legs. Like, that's what I used to think, man. But guys, I'll tell you, coming to Australia has been really fun for me. Like, I've been here for 6 years, and finally, last year I got my citizenship. Thank you. And to celebrate getting my citizenship, I went to Bali. So, Aussie mate, yeah. Like I do miss home, but whenever I miss home, what I do is I take the train when there is a busy event at the Optus Stadium. Like I'll give you an example. A while ago, I took the train and there was a guy standing right here. Now I have a bit of a belly. He had a bit of a belly. So to avoid making things awkward, we had to synchronize our breathing. But then I sort of got distracted and our bellies touched. We've been together for a year now, guys. And in case you were wondering, that's how I got my citizenship, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I call him Daddy Longlegs, you know.
Welcome to Australia. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep the night rolling. I've just met this man backstage, but I've heard great things about him. He's over from Brisbane for the weekend. Let's give him that nice Perth welcome. Let's start clapping. Let's start screaming. Welcome to the stage, Ben Hunter.
You guys alright if I talk about netball for a little bit?
Yeah.
I play netball. I love netball. I play goal defence. I love goal defence. I was thinking about why I love goal defence so much recently, and I think I figured it out. It's because I love the goal and you defend what you love, and I love the goal. You guys know about netball in here, or what's the go? You guys, it's like a cool hybrid sport between basketball and what's the time, Mr. Wolf? No, we mustn't. But, well, I was explaining my love of GD to someone recently, and they was, sorry, GD is goal defence. Sorry, G for goal, D for defence. Sorry, my bad. I'd hate for anyone to get lost in the lingo. It's the last thing I want. There might be some non-NBers in the room, I don't know. Sorry, N for net, B for... Yeah, you guys are good. I was explaining my love of GD to someone recently, which is... God, as we all know. And they said, oh, it makes sense you like goal defence so much because you're quite a tall guy. And that's fair enough, I'm like 6'11".
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more act for our first half. This man sports the best mustache in Australian comedy. Please start clapping, start hooting and hollering, and welcome to the stage, Tory Griffin!
I've got two kids, my two little cream pies that could. You know what's weird about having kids though is no one tells you that one of the main roles of being a parent is stopping your kids from doing the most entertaining shit they do. Like a kid swearing, like if your boy goes fuck, you're meant to be like, don't do that, when instead you're looking at your wife like, we made that, that's pretty cool. And you know what the best thing with kids swearing is too is when they accidentally get a sentence right, like when they accidentally say something, they don't realise how cooked the line is they've just spat out. My boy the other day, he's 5 years old, and he got really mad at his sister, and he just turns to her and goes, shut up and fuck! And my job as a parent is to be like, don't do that again, even though it's the fucking funniest shit I've ever seen, but actually do it one more time, I'll record you doing it, and then... But it's just, my boy just gets me into so much strife. Like I had a moment where I took him in, and we're in the shops, and he had to go to the toilet, and he's sitting on the toilet, and the guy comes into a cubicle next to us, and he starts unwrapping a toilet paper. It's a very obvious sound, but my boy turns to me and goes, "Dad, is he eating chips in there?" To which I heard the guy stop unwrapping, just long enough for my boy to go, because it doesn't smell like chips.
Sorry, Griffin! That brings us to the end of our first half. We're going to take a short 5-minute break. Please, round of applause for the acts you saw in the first half. So Shaq Kapoor, Ben Anton, Tori Griffiths. See you in 5 minutes. Bye-bye. You are fun here at the Comedy Lounge, and we're going to kick off our second half. Got a real treat for you. You know the drill. This man is very, very funny. He's been in the scene for a while, and he's been making waves of late. So please, start waves of claps. Start waves of cheers. And welcome to the stage, Grant Mushet!
You guys watched the new Barbie film? Yeah, you seen that? That's cool, man. They're making loads of different Barbies now. It's not just like blonde, tall, blue eyes. It's like there's all sort of diverse Barbies. There's some with like disabilities. I'm concerned that they might make an amputee Barbie. Yeah, because if they made like a double-legged amputee Barbie, I just don't know how I'd manage to make them scissor. That laughter was a bit of a fucking wave, actually. I got a singular clap from this lady. Love a singular clap at a comedy show. It's like getting a thumbs up during sex. You're doing a good job. You got about a minute to go.
Alrighty, our next act. Last year we competed against each other in the Raw Comedy Festival. Someone came first, someone came second, someone's over it, it's absolutely fine, it's all good, but this person was the winner. And now we're going to welcome her to the stage, I guess, and we're going to clap and everything's going to be fine, and I'm not holding on to it, and Elise, you can clap if you want to, I don't really care, but the rest of you, start screaming, I guess, start hooting and hollering. Welcome to the stage, Aves Robin!
I honestly, I don't know where this comes from. I think that parents just like to overestimate how interested any of us are in their children. For the first 2 years of my job, I was the only person in the office that didn't have any children, which is kind of like being the only person at the family reunion that's not in a cult. Or as I call it, just a family reunion. Because I got Mormons on one side of the family and Scientologists on the other. Really, guys, I didn't know how to tell the Mormons I was trans. Because you can't just rock up to someone's house and give them information they don't want. But I did figure if I waited long enough, they would come to me. And it was weird, they're over there looking at me, thinking I'm the only one going to hell. But I'm over here looking at them, thinking, fuck, I'm the only one going to uni. Honestly, though, when I was growing up, I thought this was the worst thing I could possibly be, other than a Fremantle Dockers supporter. Because, at least trans women sometimes win sporting competitions.
Aves Roberts! Alright, the time has arrived. It's our final act of the evening. We've had a fun time we're going to have. And this gentleman has just come over from Melbourne. Okay, he's one of my favourite comics in the country today, so I want you to show him as much love as possible. I'm not bringing him out until we're deafening in this room, alright guys? So please start it up and I'll tell you when I say his name. Pick it up, more, scream, go crazy! Welcome to the stage, Grant Blake!
I love travelling to different towns. I was in regional Queensland. If you haven't been there before, just use your imagination. It's happened a little bit worse. And I was in this town called Condamine, right, and I had to head to another town called Meandarra, and I got lost. Classic city slicker move, right, I didn't know where I was, my iPhone died, right, so I pulled into a random pub to ask for directions, and in this pub, I met the most Australian man I've ever met in my life. Have a look at me, I met the most Australian man I've ever met in my life, and he gave me the most Australian answer. I said, mate, how far is it from this town to Meandarra? And he goes, mate, it's about an 8-can journey. I was like, how good is that, You just fuck off kilometres, just start speaking tinny, And, I didn't want to look like a dickhead in front of this guy, Obviously it was someone significant and important. And, so I try to work it out. Like an 8-can journey, most people drink 2 beers per hour. Like therefore, it's like a 4-hour journey. I was like, oh, so just Just 4 hours up the road, he goes, "No, mate! 15 minutes!" Jesus Christ! There's a reason why there's a lot of high fatalities on this road. It's fucking you. And then he just got into his cop car and just drove off, you know? Oh, they're above the law, aren't they? Any of you fucking rats in here this evening? If there are, my name's Dave Hughes, thank you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that does bring us to the end of our night here at Funny as Five, but have you had a good time? Yes, good, please, spread the word. One more time, a round of applause for all the acts you saw tonight, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Blake Richardson, thank you very much. Goodbye.